Hi there. Once again, Sharma Packerswala with my new friend JK Bros, Packers and Movers, Mr. Jagdeep. He is in this business for about 10 years for now, and having watched, he has some points for you to consider before you move and after you move. So let's straight on move with Mr. Jagdeep. JK Bros Packers and Movers, see what he has to say and how you can protect your own interests. So here this Mr. Jagdeep. So Jagdeep ji, our Packers and Movers, how long have you been in packing and moving business?
Sir, it's been around 8 to 10 years now. When we started, I worked with a different company. Uh, then, before 4 years, I guess, we started our own journey with JK Bros, and it's been nice since then. Till now, we have moved plenty of customers within Bangalore and across India and globally as well.
And what is one reason that you say customer that why should they hire JK Bros Packers and Movers?
Sir, when you are moving a house, when you are looking for good services, you should hire a brand directly instead of going to any aggregator. Because aggregator is a platform where people are there who cannot treat the customer in a right way and give them proper service. So aggregator platforms are only for those people who deliver good services. They have their own brand, they deal directly, they visit customer, they talk to customer from beginning to end, they provide services to the customer, and they will not be associated with any sort of aggregators when you are moving. So why should you consider a brand, or maybe it could be a small or big brand, but when you're considering a name called brand, there is a difference between brand and aggregator. You have to understand that. A
Okay.
brand deals directly from end to end, an aggregator doesn't deal directly. He has third parties to deal. Now, those third parties are those packers and movers who cannot treat the customer uh, in a right way and cannot handle a customer directly. So brands, they have good executives, good persons to work for packing and moving, and they have their own setup to deliver goods safely from origin to destination.
Okay. Mr. Jagdeep, which are the areas that you cater to? Do you offer packing moving across India, or you do local move, or you have any specialization that customer would like to know?
Sir, we provide services across India. So basically, we started our operations in Bangalore. So from Bangalore, any part of India we deliver. So there are certain areas which are quite difficult to reach. So where we take time to deliver. Rest all parts of India we deliver. We do local shifting as well, within city shiftings, and intrastate, national or international. All sort of shiftings we do.
So customer can reach you for almost anything and everything.
Yes, they can definitely. When you are looking for a good brand to work with, you can reach me directly. Not an issue.
Okay. You can definitely find his details in the description, his contact number where you can reach him. And now, the most important part of our discussion would end up how customers should be able to know who is really an accountable packers and movers. When I say accountable, accountability plays the major role. As Mr. Jagdeep mentioned, the aggregators uh, they link you between the packing and moving company and the customer, so they are aggregated. That's what aggregate is all about. But what about accountability? So let's hear from Mr. Jagdeep what he has to say, what customers should keep in mind while hiring packers and movers. So what you suggest, Mr. Jagdeep, how should the customer should be knowing which packer to hire? That is very important, don't you think so?
Of course, it is important. When you have gathered your household luggage with so many years of efforts, so it takes a little time for you to decide. When you think your luggage is important, you take time and work on things. You find how the packer is, how good it is. You check the reviews and all. So you work on it. But when you don't give value to your luggage, you don't think it is worth it, then you start going with any sort of packers and movers. So if you feel your luggage is important to you and it has taken so much of effort
Pain,
for you,
pain.
pain, feelings, your occasions, there are so many things attached with each and every good. So if you think it is worth taking a good packer and mover, then you really take out time to decide which packer and mover to go with. There are n number of packers and movers in the market. There are e-commerce companies now in the market which are playing the role of aggregators. Now for them it is just a transaction. Okay, the packer and mover people, even they are not aware how to handle the luggage. Now those people are coming through a e-commerce company or a big platform, and they take up your task without any know-how. So now it's risk. As a customer doesn't know. They go for a big brand. They see it as a brand, but actually it is not a brand. It is just an aggregator platform. So for those kind of setups, if you hand over your goods, and tomorrow, I think there are n number of experiences. Now customers call me, sir. Last time when I moved through so and so company, so they say, sir, after coming here, my few luggages got increased, which I couldn't tell over the phone. Now they charge me extra for that. Now why it happened? Because you have provided all the details over the phone. If the accuracy is missing, and obviously it will happen, because as a customer, you are not aware of the exact list what is going to go. You give around 80 to 85% accuracy. Now that difference in the details, because there is no one to visit when you are going for aggregator platforms, there is no one doing a physical survey. So once a guy visits for physical survey, now it is his accountability to you know note down all the details. They will check from vehicle parking to your house, what is the walking distance, how is the staircase, how is the accessibility to the area, and how are the goods in nature, and what sort of packing will be required, and how much time it will take, how much manpower it will require, and what size of vehicle it will require. Now, if a physical survey is not done, now the problem is bound to come. That is 100% sure. Because when giving details over the phone, now the person doesn't know what size of vehicle will be required. Now, at the end moment, you are surprised with extra cost. Why? Because you have selected a packer mover who has not visited your place. If you are 100% sure of your luggage, or if you have previously moved with some packer and mover, then you can go along with them. But when you are dealing over the phone, you cannot give 100% accuracy. Now, additional vehicle charges will be there. If there is a walking distance from your stairs to the vehicle, then there are additional charges. Then, if you have to disassemble a bed, now customer thinks that disassembling a bed, if it is a 4 bolt net bed, which is simpler one, I guess, even you are aware of that. So that bed, anybody can do it. Anybody can disassemble and assemble it back. But when you require a professional service, suppose a hydraulic bed is there, or a mini fixing bed is there, so customers are not aware about it. Hydraulic, yes, customers are aware, but they don't know what is mini fixing or Chinese bed. So those kind of setups, those kind of furnitures require a specific carpenter guy to be there. Now, if you don't have a proper professional working there, then there are chances people will take risk working with it, and your luggage will be at risk.
So, get your physical survey done before you end up making any decision. It's always wise to avoid confusion later, and later is only a regret. That's what you have to say.
Of course, when you care about your luggage, take out a couple of hours time. I think you have taken a lot of time to gather that luggage. Now it's your uh, thing to take out time and make it right. If you leave it on anybody, then anybody will do the work the way they do. So reach out to brands which have direct contacts, because the aggregators are after all commission agents.
Hmm.
So they will take out their commission and move out. Now they will you will keep calling them multiple times. Even we have worked with multiple aggregators before, but the experience hasn't been good because after all, who is suffering? A customer is suffering at the end. Neither the commission agent is coming there. As a packer and mover, we try to sort it out as much as possible, but the last loss is to the customer because he goes through, not only shifting is a big task, but apart from that, the mental strain he goes through because hiring an online portal makes it happen because you don't have a physical server and all. So customer feels, bullshit. How come I can do such a big blunder? So after the shifting is done, they share their feelings. So it is the work to do in the beginning, not in the end.
You heard him. It's coming straight from the horse mouth. I've been voicing this issue for a long, long time that customers should be aware and process the information, and then after processing, make the right decision. We are just here for this video to make you understand how right decisions should be taken. It's not that you are not aware. It's only that you are not very what you call you have a word for this, like customers knows everything and still doesn't end up doing the right things. What do you call this
Yes,
word?
of course. When a guy visits for a, it's been with me when I have spoken with the customer or visited there initially. I used to do it. So when I visit customer, I talk to them. Customer says very easily, sir, I have got better quotes than you. So better quote, what does better quote means?
Yeah.
Is it the less pricing? That is the better quote?
Yeah, no. That's interesting. Now we have touched a point. When you say that I've got a better quote means better service. Is that a guarantee for a better price for better service? Now that's the point. You have to evaluate your options very carefully. Lower price or better price doesn't mean the better service. That is what Jagdeep has to say, and many more packers in my previous videos has raised this point. The pricing game. Do you think this all about pricing game nowadays? Customer is very not willing to pay more, or he is just knowing that every packers movers is going to do the same job, then why pay more? Is that the point?
That could be one thing because as a customer, I don't know what is the difference between the quality. Now people go with a name. They
Okay.
don't know what is actual quality, actually, because it's been with me. When I go move, I go out with my family. So what I see is big size and nice to see it. I don't know how the feel is because I don't know what is the feel. I cannot judge on my senses. I cannot make sure that my senses are working right because I don't have a sense now. With this busy schedules and this hectic life schedules, I don't find time to know things better. Now in this world, it's become like big name, big brand, and nice work. It's been like that. So people are there who are working with small names and better quality because this is not an industry which requires science in it. Because when you are looking for a technology, you have to go with the best player. But there is nowhere technology involved in packers and movers. So suppose earlier when we used to purchase anything, they used to say German machines are better. They are the best in the market. But do you think here we require German machines to in packers and movers?
No, we don't.
We don't. So when you are into packers and movers business, you require a vehicle, which there are many brands which are providing. Tata, Mahindra, there are n number of brands, right? So your big brands or aggregators also use similar brands. So there is no difference in that. There needs to be a covered vehicle or open vehicle depending on the customer demand, so that everybody does it. So what is the difference between aggregator, big brand or small brand? There is no difference because there, here the personal touch is important. Now how is
Sorry. Here I like to again for my customers, like for the viewers, when it makes no difference. When you rightly mentioned that it's not does not involve any technology or any upgradation with regard to anything. So how does customer when there is no difference, so where's the difference is?
So the difference is how people are trained. When I'm
Mm.
dealing with my own name, I would like to make it the best way I can because there my name is involved. And I don't want any customers who say that JK Bros Packers and Movers doesn't provide right kind of service.
Okay.
Now I make it very clear to my customers that so and so packing, whatever details you shared, so with this price we will be able to share you this kind of service or we will be providing this kind of service. We ask what is the luggage inventory. If you require a physical survey, we take a request. Okay. Apart from that, there are multiple layer of packing. So depends. It depends on whether you are moving locally or how delicate your goods are. So if you are not uh, getting a survey done, then how would the packers and movers know what are the requirements of your packings?
Okay, so here, get your survey done before the move. The first point that every customer should be on the top of their mind should be get survey done before you hire him packing and moving services. Now, when he mentioned this point, let me again clear this for the custom viewers. Ki when you when you have to schedule a move, so distance of the moving is directly involved with the kind of protection required. That's what when he said multiple layer packing. So moving from Bangalore to Chennai, which about 300-kilometer distance, multiple loading unloading is least. So traveling time is least, and multiple handling is also lesser in comparison to when you are traveling a distance about 2,100 kilometers, say Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Ghaziabad, those regions. So multiple loading unloading requires better protection and better care. That's what he said. It depends, like which distance you are moving, what distance you are moving, and the most important thing is, irrespective of the distance, my opinion, my personal say on this is, irrespective of the distance, is it not important that what kind of nature of material you hold? Like even the smaller distance people have faced in local moving also, they have faced these challenges. So every move has to be protected. So price should be on your mind, but only price should not be a deciding factor. That's exactly what you have to say.
Of course, sir, when you are having goods which are delicate in nature, now a person who's calling you online and just taking a physical details of your inventory cannot know how the packing will be done or how the packing will be required. Now, what happens? They are sales agents. Their job is to take the lead and make it confirmed. Just to confirm and complete the target, that is their job as a corporate employees. But do you think, as a packer and mover guy, will you deal with a with such a customer where the inventory is not accurate on the list? When customer says I have few goods, now that few goods for me is different because every customer says it in a different number. When I speak with a customer first time, he says I have 4 5 boxes. For him, that is a few
Mm.
luggage. Now the box size is around washing machine size for them,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So washing machine size box for us it is a 5 box luggage, single box.
And handling is also a challenge, you know.
Yes,
Your
when you
pipe.
are carrying such a big box, now as a human you have to think, can you carry such a big box via steps or in lift?
And is it safe? Like
It's
when
not safe
it's
because
never safe.
when you are putting so much of luggage in single box, then how can you be sure of quality?
So don't expect safety when you on the.
Yes, few luggage for each every individual. There are different parameters to consider. Because for me, few luggage means 2 3 boxes of 2 feet by 1.5 feet.
Mid size. That's
The
medium size.
standard size what we use.
Yes.
So for some customers, 2 BHK is a few luggage. Now 2 BHK has a luggage of 14 feet where 6 people are involved working, day in day out. It takes entire day almost. So for them that is few luggage. Now customer very easily tricks the conversation, while taking the survey. Sir, I have few goods.
Mm.
Now few goods you cannot decide on that. Yeah. Let the professional who are visiting let them decide.
It's like as simple as saying that you don't go to doctor and say you write me this prescription.
Yes.
You don't have to say that.
When you are visiting doctor, let the doctor do his job.
Let doctor, and then you can consult many more people if you are not willing to go with his prescription. But you always have to go with the professional advice, and that is one thing. And my second part of the question is. Jagdeep, one more thing. Is it any way that customers, on the top of their mind, what should be their most important priority while selecting a package most? Can you just make a quick points on this?
So selecting a customer, ask them to visit if possible. 99% please get it done, because making this happen, the first thing, calling is first, second is your visit part. So if the packers and movers are ready to visit, it's best for your luggage. Why? Because they know what is there and which type of vehicle will be required, and what manpower will be required, and what packing materials are required, which are most important things: vehicle, packing, and manpower. Because if less manpower also will trouble your movement,
Yes.
less packing material will trouble your movement, smaller size of vehicle will trouble your movement. So these are the three things. When a visit is done, you are stress free of these three things. Second part, how the team is, what and all they will do on the survey, you have to ask the surveyor. So how many people will come, how things will be carried. Now suppose if I have a furniture, whether it will be dismantled or taken like that. Now when you are having an iron almirah, it will be carried like that. So does the uh, premises have that sort of access to take it or not? He will check. So if there is something, suppose to to get a customer, I shouldn't have a mindset to say yes to everything. When something is no, yes, it will be no from my side. I cannot tell my customers yes for getting him to complete the transaction. I cannot do that. If something is not doable, definitely I'll say no to it, because I know doing that will damage the luggage and my quality,
Great.
right?
Yeah.
As a salesman, many people do that. To everything they will say yes.
Now you got the idea. Get done business by any means is not JK Bro's cup of tea. So what could be done and what needs to be done, only those things are more important for him. That's how you have to put it. Like, what things can be taken care of will be taken care of, and what cannot be done, still forcing all the way through will only bring lot of risk and damages. Now just a moment.
Now, no does not mean no, actually.
Ah.
What, there are certain things. Suppose there is no provision to take the luggage, or suppose taking the luggage down will be easier if you put it in there. But suppose if you have to move to a new place and the staircase is not wide enough, now how it is possible for you to take a big furniture in there? It's not possible, right? So forcibly, some people will ask, sir, somehow you push it. So somehow pushing will damage the luggage. Neither you are in a position to sell it back. By selling it back, some loss you can cover. But no, people will say, sir, somehow try to push it. When there is no provision, that means it cannot be done. Now, if you want